Hey guys, we've received a lot of questions about all of the mods that we've done, and instead of trying to answer them one by one, I think we're just going to go around and talk about our mods and if we think that they were worth it. And this isn't just worth it for us because as part of our partnership, sometimes we've received discounted pricing or anything like that. This is if it's worth it paying retail price.
Yes, if it does what it says it should.
And if we bought a new RV, would we put it on again?
Yes, that's the big question.
Spoiler alert, we're not looking to buy another RV.
Alright, we're starting here in the bathroom because there are 4 mods we've done in here since we purchased the RV. The first one is actually our sink faucet. So what was in here before was a little bit shorter and it only came out about, I guess, 3 inches. And so the water went directly down at the top of the bowl here. So when you were trying to wash your hands or wash your face, water just got everywhere. So we actually saw this mod, I think on one of the Grand Design modification groups, and they had the link for this faucet. And if I remember correctly, this was about 2 years ago, I think it's around $60. And if it's worth it, I can say absolutely. This water, as you can see, comes out much further, so you still get a little splash, but you can actually use the sink and use it in the middle of the sink, and you know, well worth it, well worth it. I don't need to go too in depth about a faucet here. But the second upgrade we did in here was putting on this sticker tile. So this is actually 4 different pieces, and I can't remember, I think it was around $15 per tile. And I think that it changes the look in here. I do really like it. The only con I've noticed is on this last tile, the edges are slightly peeling up here. So I'm kind of always pushing those back down. And I don't know if that's just because it's closest to the sink, or maybe it's the way I clean it, because I do rub the backsplash when I clean it, but I do try and go in the direction of the stickers. So I think there might be a better brand of stickers out there, or maybe I just didn't do it right, to be perfectly honest, because we're not handy. So I'm kind of in the middle if these are worth it or not, simply because the pro is I like the way it looks, but the con is that they're starting to peel just a little bit, and that really bugs me inside. So the third upgrade we did in here was actually recently. I'll link the video up here. It's our Max Air fan, and this on top of it is called the Max Shade, and so it really is a shade. So you can close it here, and this fan, after I think we've had it for 2 weeks, we just recently installed it, and so far we've really liked it. It's much better than the fan that was here. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot more powerful. It can actually blow in and it can blow out, so you can change the direction of the air, which is really awesome. And this Max Shade has this light, which I love. That's my favorite feature so far, is when I'm taking a shower before bed, I can actually turn out this really bright LED light, and I can turn on this kind of bluish hue one. And so I really like it. It helps me start to relax before bedtime. And the last mod in here is the bidet. So we did have a couple requests when we briefly showed this in one of our daily vlogs to talk about this a little bit more. And frankly, I should let Jason talk about it more because he's the one who advocated for the bidet. But you really like it, right?
Yeah.
Worth it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Two clean butt cheeks.
The only con I will... 2 clean butt cheeks. perfect. The only con I will add for this is that it connects up to your cold water because that's all there is for the toilet. So keep that in mind. You're not getting a warm wash. Some people did ask about that, so sorry to be a little in-depth here, but some people wanted to know about that. So that's it for the bathroom. Let's keep it moving.
All right, so we've moved to our front storage where we have a bunch of other mods, and staring us right here in the face is our Victron inverters, and right here behind the wall are our Battleborn batteries. And so we're going to kind of classify that as a single mod because they are both supportive of the same thing, which is giving you AC power from your batteries, and that is an absolute game changer. If your RV doesn't come with a built-in inverter, then we highly recommend you upgrade to these beefy Victrons. They do have smaller sizes and you don't need two of them. They allow us to power every single thing in our RV, and when we're not plugged into shore power, and the Battleborn batteries provide the power, it's amazing. This 100% is an upgrade that will get done in almost any RV. It is a game changer being able to boondock, and all just it really upped our game. Boondocking really just changes our travel style because now we're able to cool down the RV or plug in our phones to charge at night, or the big one, which is run our air purifier, which makes white sound at night all night. And that's probably the number one thing that changed Ray letting me go out boondocking more, was being able to run that air purifier all night, whether we're plugged in at a campground or out in the middle of the desert.
And being able to run my blow dryer and the air conditioners.
Yes, yeah, that's the Battleborn batteries are definitely the key for running air conditioners. It just helps, especially if it's really hot out, and while we can't run them for the whole day non-stop on our batteries, we can probably get about 5 to 6 hours. But to be honest, most of the time, if it's that hot, we'll probably leave, or we'll just use them for like an hour or two. That's great. So do I recommend it? Yes. Whether they're Battleborn batteries and Victron, which are our favorite just because A, they all match, and B, just the quality of the companies. Just an inverter and batteries is a must-have upgrade. And while we're in here, just wanted to mention this mod. I 100% think it's worth it. Not only the latches to make it easy, especially since they're hitched, or hinged to get into our storage, in case, as you can tell, there's lots of stuff going on. The plexi, or whatever this plastic is, really makes it nice to just be able to look right in there and immediately see that we don't have any leaking water issues or anything bad is going on. So that's a definite. It's a very cheap, easy upgrade, and I think we'll probably do that on any other RV in the future. And the last thing that's down here, just want to mention briefly, is our solar charge controllers. So that's part of our solar panel upgrade. So let's go up there and talk about that. All right, so our solar upgrade, we did install this ourselves. So we went with 200 watt RV panels from High Tech Solar, which you can get at Continuous Resources. We really like having solar. It is a big difference for us being able to charge the batteries, but we also don't have a built-in generator. I think that this upgrade is massive for us because not only is it useful for boondocking, but it's very useful for travel days. Like even if we do cross-country travel from like Florida to LA or LA to Florida, like we've already done this year, it just makes life easier. And those are the kind of upgrades that I like, things that just take stress and throw it out the window, because RVing is a stressful enough life. We went with 1200 watts, which I think is good for our usage. I might go a little bit higher, but the amount of solar I think would depend for you if it would be worth it if you have a built-in generator, because in the end, solar panels are just there to fill up your batteries. And so I would spend all your money on a battery and inverter set, and then if you have a built-in generator, use that, and then supplement with maybe a couple of extra passive panels for in between your generator usage. But for us, since we don't have a built-in generator and I have to lug that thing out and I have to plug in that heavy cable, I absolutely love our solar. So was it worth it? Yes, two thumbs up.
All right, from the roof to the underbelly, we are now looking at our MORryde independent suspension with Kodiak disc brakes. And please ignore how filthy they are right now because they're still pretty dirty from our time in Mexico. We haven't had time to get under here and clean everything out, but these have been a mind-blowing upgrade. Independent suspension has completely changed the feel of the RV, the feel when you're traveling, the feel when you're driving. It's completely different, and you can tell from the inside as well that our RV is taking way less of a beating. Things are moving a lot less, and when we do hit a pothole, it really just kind of glides over it one wheel at a time, hence the word independent. So your axles aren't really depending on each other. So if you hit a pothole, you're not ruining your whole axle. This wheel kind of goes over the pothole and this wheel can stay steady. I hope that makes sense. But if you want to know more about independent suspension, we do have a video when we got it installed at the factory, and then we do have an update video that shows the before and after comparisons, because we did throw a GoPro down here to show our old leaf spring and shackles, and then we put the same GoPro in the same location to show the independent suspension, and we took it down the same freeways, not the exact same location, but the same crappy freeway. So if you want to see those, I'll link those in the description. But this is not a cheap upgrade, so we highly recommend independent suspension if you are a full-time RVer and if you plan on being in your rig a while. This isn't an investment that you make on a rig that you're going to turn around and sell a year later. So MORryde does actually offer upgraded leaf springs and shackles that are, you know, at a more affordable price if you can't splurge for the independent suspension. But we recommend anything MORryde related because we love this company. They're awesome. They treat their customers amazing, and we can't recommend them enough. So, okay, that's that. Let's keep it moving.
Our next modification is our RV snap pads. So we put these on probably, I don't know, almost 2 years ago, and they still look perfect, although dirty.
They clean up well.
They do clean up well and quite easily, and if we wanted to, we could throw a little tire shine on them since they are made out of recycled tire, but that's not going to happen. So we love these things. Super easy to put on. We did it in a rest area in Florida. It took us, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that's including filming. So it's about a 5-minute install job. Not a single problem with them over the last 2 years. They don't come off. I think we've tried to take one off and it was a little difficult.
We didn't get it off.
We didn't get it off, and we just kind of stopped because we didn't have to take it off. It was just kind of, when we first got it, we were testing it out. The thing that we really like about it is, especially in sites like the ones we're in now, we have these links levelers, which we still use when sites are super unlevel, but you can just tell what the gravel has done to these links levelers. It's just destroyed them. So we even had scratches on the bottom of our jacks from just the 6 months that we didn't have any of our links levelers, from putting it on concrete, cement, and gravel. And so now we're so happy that they're protected, because we've seen some really beat up jacks out there, including some motorhomes that had it like curling up. And then we feel a lot better, especially in the mud. just gives us a little bit bigger of a footprint, and we've been in a lot of mud. And just overall, love the protection. It's kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't put my regular feet out here on this gravel, so I would wear shoes, and so these are like the shoes for our fifth wheel. So are they worth it? Yes, I would purchase these and put them on any RV or motorhome that we ever purchase. And for our final upgrade is our desk workspace upgrade. I think it's safe to say, after using this now for a couple of months, that if you work from the RV, it's almost necessary to have a nice designated workspace. For us, just being able to sit and look out the window was a big difference, but being able to sit and work ergonomically was big too. I know for myself, my shoulders hurt a lot less. This was all IKEA furniture as well, so it doesn't have to be expensive. But yeah, I would say that this upgrade was bigly worth it.
Alright guys, so those are all of the mods that we could walk around our RV and think of. We might be forgetting something, so if you have a specific question, let us know. Being on the road after 3 years and changing things here and there, you kind of forget stuff. So,
I remembered one.
What?
RV lock.
Oh.
We'll do a quick bonus round. If you stayed, you get the bonus. RV lock, is it worth it?
Yeah.
I think
what do you
absolutely.
Think? Okay.
Not having to bring your keys when you go to the pool, or I mean, for us it was like,
we use it. I love it because we use it when we hire rover sitters and we give them a combination to get into our rig so they can take Carmen out for a walk. It's so easy instead of leaving your key outside. Yeah, or even just when we take Carmen for a walk, you don't have to bring your keys. It's really nice. Yes. All right. Bonus round over. There you go. So another positive upgrade. Okay, so if you do have any other questions, let us know in the comments down below and we'll try and get back to everyone. These daily, I should be calling them weekly or every 5-day vlogs, have been really fun, but it has been hard to keep up with everyone. So thanks for your patience. But if you have anything specific, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our Getaway gang, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys. And for our final upgrade, I would say it's our desks. It has really changed the game for us, at least in terms of it is such a game changer, being able to feel. And for our final upgrade, do you want something? Oh, what are you doing? And just getting ready. Side itch just says, okay. No, it's not playtime yet.